Welcome to Boring History for Sleep. I'm here to help you drift off to peaceful slumber while learning about one of history's most significant military operations. Tonight, we'll be exploring D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy on June 6, 1944. This content is specifically designed to help you fall asleep. You'll notice my voice is deliberately calm, steady, and monotonous. The information is presented in a repetitive, soothing manner that encourages relaxation rather than excitement. There are no sudden loud sounds, no dramatic music, and no jarring transitions that might startle you awake. The beauty of sleep learning content like this is that your mind can absorb historical information while your body prepares for rest. Don't worry about remembering every detail. That's not the point. Simply let the gentle flow of historical facts wash over you like waves on a beach. Get comfortable in your bed, adjust your pillows, pull up your blankets, and close your eyes. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. In and out. In and out. In and out. Perfect. Tonight's journey takes us back to the summer of 1944 to the beaches of Normandy, France. We'll explore the planning, the preparation, and the execution of Operation Overlord, known to history as D-Day, but we'll do so in the most boring, detailed, and sleep-inducing way possible. The story begins not with action and drama, but with months and months of meticulous planning, endless meetings, countless documents, thousands of logistical details that had to be coordinated perfectly, the kind of bureaucratic preparation that makes excellent sleep content. The planning for D-Day began in earnest in 1943, more than a year before the actual invasion. This planning phase involved countless meetings, endless paperwork, and the kind of detailed logistics that make for perfect sleep content. The Allied command structure was complex and bureaucratic. At the top was the Supreme Allied Commander, General Dwight D. Eisenhower. Below him were various commanders for different branches and nationalities. British General Bernard Montgomery commanded the ground forces. British Admiral Bertram Ramsay commanded the naval forces. British Air Chief Marshal Trafford Leigh-Mallory commanded the air forces. The planning committees met regularly. They discussed supply routes. They analysed weather patterns. They studied tide charts with the dedication of ancient astronomers studying celestial movements. Day after day, week after week, month after month, these meetings continued. The planners had to coordinate the movement of over 150,000 troops on the first day alone. This required calculating shipping capacity, landing craft availability, and beach capacity. They created charts and graphs and spreadsheets filled with numbers that would put any accountant to sleep. Supply calculations were particularly tedious. How many tons of ammunition would be needed? How many gallons of fuel? How many medical supplies? How many meals? The Quartermaster Corps spent months creating lists of lists, inventories of inventories, calculations of calculations. The weather analysis was equally mind-numbing. Meteorologists studied historical weather patterns for the Normandy coast going back decades. They analyzed barometric pressure readings, wind patterns, cloud formations, and precipitation data with the thoroughness of insurance actuaries reviewing claim statistics. Tide charts were crucial because the landing craft needed specific water levels to approach the beaches safely. Too low, and they would ground on underwater obstacles. Too high, and they couldn't get close enough to shore. The tidal experts created charts showing water levels by the minute for every potential landing date. Moon phases mattered too. The paratroopers needed enough moonlight to see their drop zones, but not so much that they would be easily spotted by enemy forces. This created a narrow window of acceptable dates, which the planners analyzed with astronomical precision. Security was another major concern that generated endless paperwork. How many people could know about the invasion plans? Who needed to know what information? Security classifications were created, modified, updated, and redistributed in an endless cycle of bureaucratic revision. The selection of Normandy as the invasion site involved extensive geographic analysis that lasted for months. Military geographers studied every inch of the French coast with the dedication of medieval monks copying manuscripts. The Normandy coastline stretches for approximately 50 miles, from the Orne River in the east to the Cotentin Peninsula in the west. This coastline was divided into specific beach sectors, each given code names that became famous in military history: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juneau, and Sword. Utah Beach, located on the Cottontown Peninsula, was approximately 3 miles long. The beach gradient was gentle, with sandy terrain that extended inland for several hundred yards before reaching the seawall. Behind the seawall were flooded fields that the Germans had deliberately inundated to impede airborne operations. Omaha Beach was approximately 6 miles long, stretching between Port-en-Besson and the Via River. Unlike Utah Beach, Omaha featured steep bluffs that rose up to 100 feet above the shoreline. These bluffs were heavily fortified with German defensive positions that commanded excellent fields of fire across the beach. Gold Beach extended for about 6 miles between Port-en-Besson and La Rivière. The beach featured a seawall in some sections and sand dunes in others. The terrain inland was relatively flat, consisting mainly of agricultural fields divided by hedgerows. The famous bocage country of Normandy.